Welcome to this Nabu Platform tutorial.
In the previous video we saw how to set up a HTTP server on port 8080. In this video we'll be looking at virtual hosts. So where the HTTP server determines the port that your application will be running on, the virtual host determines the host name you'll be using. And you can have multiple virtual hosts on one HTTP server, meaning you can host multiple domains and usually multiple websites on a single server. So let's see how that's done in Nabu. We can create a host, call it host 1. And we have a few properties here.
The most important properties are the host and the server.
So in the server we'll enter the server that we created. So this host is now linked to that server. And we can optionally fill in a host.
If you do not fill in anything, all the requests that end up on this server will be sent to this virtual host.
If we set a host, for example, the example.com domain we saw in the picture, only the requests that are aimed at example.com will end up in this host. We could also add aliases. For example, we can add www alias, or we could set a different domain name altogether, another example.com. So you can add multiple aliases, but there's a main host which will be used in the backend if necessary to generate links. There's a few other properties as well. So there's a key alias. We can set SSL for a specific host or set of hosts. We use SNI to scan the incoming request to detect the correct host to use. In the advanced settings, there's a few other settings that you can enable. This ACME is actually deprecated because it's ACME version 1. We now have support for ACME version 2 as well, so this one is actually deprecated. And we have a support, for example, for setting the security headers here. If we then simply add a second host, we can set it on the same server and link it to the other main we had here. At this point we have two functional hosts on the server. So that's it for virtual hosting Nabu Platform. Hope it was interesting. Thanks.